This week on Beacon Web News, Sym Kehr battles the cold at this year's North Adams Winterfest.
I really like the fact that everybody coming around, like the community spirit of it, you know?
Robert Wehry gives us all things entertainment. And Antoinette Webster gives us a look into the Multicultural Resource Center's Shoot Your Shot event. And that's coming up next on Beacon Web News. To the February 19th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Cara Fusco. MCLA is hosting the 10th annual Weekly Green Living Seminars. Over the next few weeks, speakers will include Vicki Kelly from the Carey Institute of Ecosystem Studies, Matt Reardon from MassDep, and David Bond from Bennington College. They will be speaking on different aspects of environmental pollution. All seminars are free and are held on Thursdays in the CSI building, room 121, beginning at 5:30 p.m. This year marks the Boston Bruins' 13th annual Pajama Drive, running now up until March 15th. You can help make sure every child in Massachusetts has pajamas. Just drop off sizes ranging from babies up to teens at the MCLA Friel Library. The Center for Student Success and Engagement, or CESE, will be arranging the Exam Game Plan Workshop on February 27th from 2 to 3 p.m. in Murdoch 281. The workshop will help students develop good studying techniques when preparing for tests in any subject area. The MCLA alumni have started a brand new effort that will help support the LGBTQIA+ community called the Lavender Fund. Over $5,000 have already been raised and still time to donate. Go to crowdfund.mcla.edu/project/18932. There will be more on this fundraiser in next week's episode. In this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News, Robert Wehry discusses a live podcast at Mass MoCA and concerts both at Hilo and Clark Art Institute. Over to you, Robert.
Thanks, Cara. Welcome to this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. It's another busy week across Berkshire County for entertainment events. In particular, there are many concerts and live shows happening. First, Mass MoCA will be hosting the popular podcast Criminal live. This podcast is focused on true crime and fascinating events. According to the show's website, it describes itself as, quote, stories of people who've done wrong, been wrong, or gotten caught somewhere in the middle. Hosted by Phoebe Judge, this podcast has received multiple accolades and end-of-year top 10 lists. The Criminal Live podcast will be taking place on Saturday, February 22nd at the Hunter Center. It will start at approximately 8 p.m. Student tickets for the event cost $20. Please note that there is limited availability for the event, so visit massmoca.org to purchase your tickets. The podcast is meant for mature audiences only. Next, the band Bella's Bar Talk will be performing at the Hilo Club in North Adams. Bella's Bar Talk is based out of Great Barrington and combine vaudeville, street performance, and Americana music to create their unique sound. They are known for their live shows and energetic performances. Bella's Bar Talk will be playing on Friday, February 21st from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tickets for the event cost $15 in advance and $20 at the door. You can purchase your tickets at hilonorthadams.com. The Clark Art Museum will be hosting a performing artists in resident concert. Co-artistic directors Jiwon Park, a pianist, and Edward Aaron, a celloist, will be performing alongside special guest Jennifer Fertucci, a violinist. They will be performing select chamber music, including pieces from Beethoven, Schumann, and Debussy. The Performing Artists in Residence concert will take place on Sunday, February 23rd at the Clark Art Auditorium, located on 225 South Street in Williamstown. It will run from approximately 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. with a reception to follow. Student tickets for this event will be free with valid ID. Finally, the major movie debuting at the North Adams Movieplex this week is Call of the Wild. This is the sixth adaptation of the classic Jack London story, which tells the tale of a sled dog's struggle to survive in Alaska. This version is noted for its innovative special effects and cinematography. Call of the Wild 2020 stars Harrison Ford, Dan Stevens, and Karen Gillan, and is directed by Chris Sanders. Call of the Wild is scheduled to open on Friday, February 21st. Times for the movie have not yet been finalized. Visit the Movieplex website for all future times. This movie is rated PG. That ends this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. I'll be back every week to discuss the many concerts, art exhibits, movies, and more going on in North Adams and surrounding towns. Back over to you, Cara.
And here are your top stories from the latest edition of The Beacon. The Frere Library has made some new changes, some of which include a subscription to the New York Times that is available to all students, new databases, and updates to the website. On Wednesday, February 12th, the Common Folk pop-up shop hosted an open mic night offering a space for poets to share their work and meet fellow writers. SAC will be hosting its annual Barn Babies event on Saturday, February 29th, and the 25th Annual Research Conference will be held on Saturday, February 27th, giving students a chance to strengthen their leadership skills. For more information on any of these stories, you can pick up your copy of The Beacon in many locations around campus or visit www.theonlinebeacon.com. North Adams hosts its annual Winterfest in downtown North Adams. Sym Kehr gives us a look on what went down at this year's Winterfest.
It's a cold one here at this year's North Adams Winterfest, but that's not stopping anyone from enjoying the festivities. This year's Winterfest had horse-drawn wagon rides, s'mores, ice sculpting, and more. It also gave people a chance to sell their products at the craft fair and farmers market.
I have some tiles which can be used as coasters. I have cards, and I have what I call art blocks. They're basically shellacked onto wood instead of like a framed piece.
We sell organic, all-natural dog treats. We make handmade items, everything for pets.
We sell needle-felted wool, and my husband's a blacksmith, so we sell hand-forged ironwork.
Maple syrup mostly, and I have a few gift boxes, and I do make a maple granola as well, and I have maple candy too.
I have meat. It's USDA processed, so I can sell individual packages. We do ground, stew, some roasts, some sausages, and I also, of course, have wool. I have yarn and some knitted goods.
Winterfest gives the community a chance to come together for a fun winter day.
I really like the fact that everybody coming around, like the community spirit of it, you know?
What am I most excited for? Seeing the people. I love meeting people, talking to them, explaining about farming, raising sheep, and especially the children.
I just like being here and talking with people and, being with other artists, and it's just a fun day.
Just the community all coming together and doing things.
Lots of families come out for Winterfest, is just what I love to see. Lots of kids and having fun.
And just enjoy seeing children and people. That's the best part.
Seeing all the people. I've never been to Winterfest. I'm excited to see how it goes.
From Beacon Web News, I'm Sym Kehr.
On Friday, February 20th, the Environmental Studies Department will be hosting a talk by Matt Reardon entitled Water Quality in the Hoosick River Watershed. Reardon is an environmental analyst and non-point source program manager at the MassDEP Division of Watershed Management. The lecture will take place in CSI room 121 from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Do you major in art therapy or just enjoy art? Join an art therapy career panel that is being hosted by the Institutional Advancement on February 20th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Bowman room 203. The MCLA's men lacrosse team will be kicking off their first season with a home game against Mount St. Vincent College on February 22nd at 2 p.m. in the athletics complex. We will have coverage on the game in next week's episode. A man was arrested in Williamstown for narcotics-related offenses. The Berkshire County Drug Task Force conducted an investigation in the area of Howard Johnson Motel on February 12, 2020. Investigators found 160 grams of cocaine and crack cocaine, 300 bags of heroin, and seized over $13,000. Gallery 51 is now offering a shuttle service for students so students can have easier access to museums and exhibits throughout downtown North Adams. BWM's reporter May Craig has more on the story.
MCLA will be teaming up with Gallery 51's pilot program for shuttle bus drivers, which will bring both MCLA and Williams students from campuses to the Clark, Williams College Museum of Art, Mass MoCA, Gallery 51, and back. Erica Wall, creator of Gallery 51's piloting program, shares with us the process behind starting the Shuttle program.
WICMA, Mass MoCA, we're really committed to making sure that the students are able to take advantage of the different institutions. But I think across the board, transportation has always been an issue. And that's, just a simply getting students from campus to Gallery 51. Want to see if this is something that students will take advantage of, because it's been the #1 barrier to getting them specifically to MCLA's Gallery 51, but it seems like a shared challenge for the other institutions to get students to their spaces as well. So this, I think we're exceptionally excited about it and the possibility of what it provides in terms of access to the art institution.
Wall also talks about her future hopes for the Shuttle program. For the new Shuttle program, Gallery 51 is also looking for new drivers as well.
Institutions that are in the immediate community, that these places are all intended for students to be able to access for free, and if the challenge for them or what is prohibiting them from doing that is actually, transportation and logistics, then we want to address that. That all of this is intended to get students to these spaces.
The pilot program will be taking place every fourth Thursday of each month, and the first shuttle trip will start on Thursday, February 27th. The shuttle bus will run from 3 to 6 p.m. and is free of charge. For Beacon Web News, I'm May Craig.
Starting on Friday, February 27th, the Biology Department will be hosting a seminar series at the CSI Atrium from 12 p.m. to 12:50 p.m. Featured guest speaker Peter Melancy of the Division of Fisheries and Wildlife will be talking about how mass wildlife protects the land. Kai Davis, a Black queer writer, performer, and teaching artist, will be visiting campus on February 25th at 8 p.m. in Sullivan Lounge to give a talk. This event is being put on by the Women's Center. Make sure to submit your favorite YouTube video, either one you made or one you just like, to the Free Library by February 21st. A jury committee will select a video to show at the YouTube Film Festival. Prizes for the winners will be from an assortment of categories and announced during the screening Friday, March 6th. For more information, go to mcla.edu/library. The MCLA softball team will be hosting 2 winter clinics from ages 12 to 18. There will be a clinic on Friday, February 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. in Venable Gym, and Friday, February 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Campus Center Gym. To register, visit athletics.mcla.edu/sports/sball. The Multicultural Resource Center hosted a Shoot Your Shot event at MCLA's Gallery 51. Antoinette Webster spoke with a few students on how the event went.
At this Shoot Your Shot event, there's lots of time to mingle, even if you're not single, lots of food, music, dance, and I cannot forget about the talent and support that's shared all in that room. Margaret Antonio, who hosted the Shoot Your Shot event, talks about using Gallery 51 for more future MCLA events.
Just really wanted to do something, one, to showcase Gallery 51 and the design lab that are resources to students on campus. I wanted to push students to know that they can use this space and that there are different ways to use this space other than what we've seen before.
I'm so happy Marge and Danye and I can't remember her last name, but Erica, they all came together to make this happen. And this is something that ASA needed. This is something that the school needed. Just something to do that wasn't the same thing all the time on campus. And it's a nice way to be off campus and see everyone else.
Like, I just wanted to get ASA, my club's name, back out onto campus and for people to know that it's active and that they can join in different ways. And really just give us a nice poetry event because everybody needs to talk about love, like there's so much love in the air, so much love everywhere.
Danye Smith, who was also a part of putting on the Shoot Your Shot event, talks about the mission.
I really wanted a lot of students, especially students of color, to just come together and celebrate a night of Black History Month, and Valentine's Day was like the perfect day to like bring all the people out and get them to get excited about love. I hope that like after we leave, because we're seniors, that like students under us will take this and make it like an annual thing at Gallery 51.
Shoot Your Shot event was hosted by the African Student Association and the Institution for Arts and Humanities. I'm Antoinette Webster from Beacon Web News.
The MCLA girls soccer team will be hosting a women's soccer clinic on Sunday, March 29th at Shoecraft Field. Coach Deb Raber and several other players will be running events for goalkeepers and field players from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. To register for the clinic, visit athletics.mcla.edu and click on the 2020 Women's Soccer Clinic. The Berkshire County Sheriff's Office recently became aware of a scam within Berkshire County in which individuals go door to door claiming they work for the Sheriff's Office and are asking for private information on children. The Berkshire Sheriff's Office has never conducted a program like this and is not doing so now. Registration for the 42nd annual Sam Gomez Road Race has begun. The annual event honors the former professor and founder of the MCLA cross country team. Each year, donations for the event go towards a charity in Berkshire County. This year's is the Elizabeth Freeman Center. The race is scheduled for Saturday, April 4th. To register, visit alumni.mcla.edu. The first 75 registrants get a free t-shirt. The women's basketball team will be playing at Westfield State on Saturday, February 22nd at noon. The men's team will be playing right after at 2 p.m. Make sure to go show your support. MCLA Dining Services will be providing $6 lunches in the Centennial Room every Friday. Lunch will be served from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Don't miss out. And that's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you can follow us at Facebook at facebook.com/MCLABWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.